I want SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. His name is Mike Brenner. We are the Odds Couple. We come to you from SportsbookReview.com. It's Wednesday, November 23rd. This is the NBA Odds Couple show for Wednesday, November 23rd. Mike Brenner.
Yesterday, tomorrow, Pistol. Wow.
Yesterday was an interesting card. You took a pass, which was ultimately probably smart. I wound up giving the Knicks on the first quarter. Of course, you knew what was going to happen. They lose the first quarter, they cover the half, they cover the game.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Whenever I try to get cute.
There you go, Pistol Pete.
Unfriggin'
Maybe
believable.
I should be your life coach.
Wait a minute. But your advice would be, why don't you just lay off NBA for a season or two?
No,
and then,
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
But the good news is, Mike Brenner, let's throw the record up. Everyone can marvel at this. I'll just read off the numbers for anyone who's not staring at the screen right now. 77 and 50, 61%. Average line minus 108, plus 23 units, plus 17% ROI.
Wow.
Absolutely flat out unbelievable. Mike Brenner, very nice, very nice. All right, so today we are shooting this kind of early, so there's 13 games on the slate today, but we only have...
A lot of lines aren't out.
We only have 7 games with lines and 6 games with no lines, so I guess we're only going to look at the 6 games with lines right now.
Yeah, we can talk about whatever we want to.
Mike Brenner, I don't know. The first one that jumps out at me, I'm sure that you've looked at this because you tend to look pretty closely at Houston. They're at home against Toronto. You know, Houston is absolutely rolling, especially against teams like Toronto that can be vulnerable defensively. Rockets have covered 5 in a row, 7 out of 8. The Raptors are on a road trip where they're kind of struggling. I don't know. Is it a no-brainer play on Houston today?
What's the line on that?
Well, it opened at 3, and predictably now it's up to 4 or 4.5, or 4, mostly 4. Yeah, mostly 4s.
Toronto's a different team on the road, and they did it last year. It was a pattern that they did consistently. Houston, they just love what's going on, Pete. Again, D'Antoni, he is just Harden's biggest fan, and I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going to pull the trigger on the first half. I think that's where the advantage is. They want to get out and run. Again, Toronto's on the road. Houston's feeling it. It's Thanksgiving, baby.
Yeah, -2, -2, -110 is the pinnacle line. Okay. It just seems like a no-brainer. It seems like so obvious. Why would, All right, I'll go on that with you.
All right,
-2. I mean, you like it a lot.
No,
You're
I like
not just saying, okay, all right.
Pete, come on.
Okay, yeah. And I'm also thinking about, it feels like Toronto's also just sticking with this game. Toronto's actually 6-1 to the over on the road, and we know what Houston can do in terms of totals.
You know what? Toronto's going to have to run and gun to keep up with them,
Yeah,
too.
I mean, Houston, their team total is over 110. I'm just thinking about overs every which way in this game. What do you think, Mike Brenner?
I wouldn't pull you off that ledge.
It's it's gone down. It was opened at 219, now it's down to 217 or 216 and a half.
110. I think Houston's going to
or the first half over. I don't know.
I'll
think about that in a little bit. Let's move on to another game. Let's see.
Hey, you know what? Real quick, I just got to say something real quick. Our followers are amazing. Thank you last night. The Twitter followers, Pete.
Really,
it's amazing.
It. Yeah.
No, I'm not kidding you. And the haters, we love you too. But I haven't heard a lot from them lately. Matter of fact, I haven't heard from them at all. But it's Thanksgiving, and I'm thankful for you guys. So I need to put that out there, Pistol.
All right, we love it when you give thanks, Mike Brenner. It's always makes everyone feel a little better. All right, then we got some other interesting situations, right? Memphis and Philly.
Wow.
Philly is suddenly starting to cash at home.
They've won back-to-back games.
Some results.
They're on a winning streak, Pistol.
And both as a home dog, and now they're a home dog again. And they're getting 5 or 5.5 against Memphis. Memphis, of course, is improving. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think that?
When I started reading on this last night, and the one name stuck out because you brought this name up early in the year, Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
You said it, and guess what? He has had the impact right away. Covington, these guys are playing. They're having fun, and they're dangerous right now. All right, now Memphis, the core 3 for them. All right, they're getting it done. They have a new coach, and they're really, really kind of just picking up some momentum. But when I was going into this game, I was thinking Memphis because they're playing really good. All right, Randolph is now coming off the bench. He's 35 years old.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to catch up at some time or another. There's a lot of momentum, similar to the game last night. You and I, and you talked about it with New Orleans and that Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
That momentum, he went off. Unbelievable.
There were like 6 or 7 picks I was leaning towards. 5 or 6 of them won. I took the one that
I
lost.
know, damn it. I'm going to pull you out of that rut.
Unbelievable.
But seriously, this is that type of game, momentum and emotion, and I think Philadelphia's feeling it. But Pistol Pete, I just can't pull the trigger on it, baby.
I'm thinking about taking the first half under. We know what Memphis is doing defensively. I'll think about that.
And they said they're getting back to their defensive style.
So I don't know. All right, Mike Brenner, we got a couple of other games. Before we discuss any individual ones, are there anyone you want to identify for a pick?
There's one I want to bust out. It's the Detroit Pistons. All right, and I told myself I'm staying the hell off of them, but I think they got a vulnerable team coming in. And
really?
Yeah.
They've been vulnerable. I mean, Detroit's lost 4 in a row, ATS,
I know.
2-7
and
last
they're
9.
vulnerable, and they've got one coming in, and I think Detroit's got. I think Van Gundy put it on his team. Said, "Look, this shit's going to stop, and it's going to stop now." I'm thinking of pulling the trigger just on the first half.
Okay, really? So you did your research into this?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
because I was looking at this thinking like 2 crappy teams, one playing a little bit better, ATS recently, and getting some points. I was thinking Miami maybe 4.5.
Now, Justice Winslow is hurt. No,
Yeah.
Whiteside is everything. He signed the deal. He deserves it. But they're 40% or less shooting. The other 3 from the outside, they're starters. They're really, really struggling. So I think right now is a good time for Detroit to straighten up their deal. And I think Andre Drummond's going to give Whiteside all he can handle underneath. And Van Gundy, he put it down. We got to get shit turned around. So I'm going to take a shot just on the first half, Pistol
Okay,
Pete.
-2.5, -103.
Yep.
Is that okay?
That's it.
All right. Is that it for you,
That's
Mike
it
Brenner?
for me, baby. There's I'll have some stuff later on, guys. So stay posted.
All right, sounds good. Let me decide what I want to do with it. And then there's
Trust me, I got 2 big ones, but
Really?
we'll wait till later on that.
Yeah,
one.
because I'm looking at this. I mean, you got one that's just on paper.
Yeah.
Portland at Cleveland. I mean, it seems like on paper, it just has Cavs written all over it.
Well, I can tell you this.
Yeah.
Portland played late last night,
Right.
lost on a last-minute jumper. Cleveland's been resting for 5 days.
And the question is, are they too rested? 'Cause sometimes
no.
All right, I'll take that one. I'll take Cleveland -6.5 on the first half, -105. And let me see what else. And then we also
hell
got
with
to
it.
what? You're gonna go
I was going to release it later, but you just released it for me.
I know,
Everybody
I released
knows
it.
I'm on the Cavs. I got to have them. It's the first half. I'm on it.
Yeah, you
Rested.
see how I'm learning.
Yeah.
My only question is, sometimes it is true in the NBA. You do see this. If a team has a lot of rest, especially
course.
when they're an elite team like the Cavs, and they're coming off a nice win before the rest, they come back a little bit rusty the first time
But
out.
I think they come out a little excited because everybody knows that this whole year is up in the air. This is anybody's, I mean, Golden State's obviously kicking some ass, but other teams believe that they can do it. And I don't know. I just think Portland's going to be run down from last night. They're tired. They're on the road. They're young. All right. Yeah, I'm going with it.
All right. And I'm also going to throw on the first half over in Toronto,
What's that
Houston.
at?
That's going to be 110 -110.
Okay.
And and I'm also thinking about the Houston team total over, which is just 110. Do you think they're going to?
I know. You got me thinking about that,
Are they going to
Pete.
explode offensively tonight? Probably, right? They're at home.
Yeah.
I mean, is
Man,
Toronto
I like
going to
that first
clamp
half
down?
team totals.
Yeah. First half team total as well. All right, I'll throw it on there as well. Houston team total over 110 minus 111, and that's let's see. And then let me think. What do you think about the Philly? The Philly plus 5.5. What do you think?
I love the way you try to get into my mind. What do I think about the Philly plus 5? I just
5.5.
told you what I thought about it. I just broke it down.
All right,
said
I'll
I'm
throw that
staying
one on
off
there
it.
as well. Philly plus 5.5. Philly plus 5.5 minus 110. And all right, I guess that wraps it up. Unfortunately, we don't have lines for the other 6 games involved. And then just let's quickly talk about it. OKC at Sacramento. Sacramento is starting to be a team that you might want to look to bet on, right?
Yeah,
DeMarcus Cousins is happy, and they've covered. I think they've covered like 6 out of 7 or 7 out of 8, or what is it?
They got some mojo going
5 out
on.
of 6,
And you got OKC spiraling down. We're going, what the hell happened to our fast start this year? And I said this, Pete, they're putting too much on Westbrook, and he's starting to wear down.
Yeah.
That team's got to be tired. Last night, they lost at the last minute to the Lakers, and now they're going over there.
Sacramento's covered 6 out of their last 7.
Yeah.
All right, I will take that one as well. I'll take Sacramento first half
There he
minus
goes.
1. Minus
you can't
1.
stop them. You can only hope to contain
Sacramento
them.
first half minus 1, minus 113, and
They'll be pulling the trigger.
And I'll throw them also on the full game money line. Full game money line for
Hell
Sacramento.
yeah.
Okay, so I got like 7 or 8 plays. Hopefully, I'll come out okay.
I got 3. I'm going to review them real quick. I'm
Okay.
going Pistons first half minus 2.5. Houston first half minus 2. Pistol Pete stole my thunder on them Cavaliers first half minus 6.5.
All right,
baby.
sounds good, Mike Brenner. And I think we're going to be back for the Thursday Thanksgiving card tomorrow. Oh no, there's no games. That's right, there's no games tomorrow.
Yeah,
So we won't be back for that.
No, we won't be. I'm going to be eating turkey somewhere and drinking a cold beer.
We'll definitely be back though for the Friday card, another huge card. Hopefully, we'll have all the lines out by then while we're doing that show.
Absolutely. Bet responsible, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. Be safe.
Do your research before you bet. Check out our ratings guide to see which books have the best ratings and sign-up bonuses. Open up several accounts. Shop for lines at sbrodds.com. Always be ahead of the game.